Even when you are in a season of pivot and it is hard, you got the support that you need. Hey y'all, it's Key here. Welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time, welcome. Today I'm just gonna be doing like a makeup and yap session type of thing. Or this feels so weird to say. Like, I guess that's what the trend is, but a makeup and talk session. I'm just gonna be talking while I do my makeup. If y'all have seen my last video, then you are well aware that I am in a season of pivot. And also, I'm doing much better today than I was that day. That video was like a little bit more emotional because I think I was in my emotions already, so it was just like, yeah. But let's talk about being in a season of pivot and what to do type of thing. Girl, I forgot to... I'm going to a birthday dinner tonight, so I need to do my makeup, and I'm just gonna leave that a little bit there. But I need to do my makeup, and I also need to stop by Walmart and get a gift for her. Let's talk about what I'm doing currently as I'm in a season of pivot. Number one, praying and having more talks with God and my spirit team. I've been fasting more. Like, I did a fast for the weekend that I didn't have my baby, like a couple of weekends ago, where I just didn't talk to anybody. I just really like focused on myself. I do think, did I watch TV and stuff? I think I did watch TV and stuff, but this fast that I just did a fast for 3 days. I gave up TV, I gave up this game that I've kind of got addicted to, and then I also gave up social media. So I took a 3-day fast just to kind of like clear my head, clear my mind. While I was fasting, I realized that I was able to hear things a little bit more clear. Like, of course, I see angel numbers and stuff, and I see a lot of synchronicities and get a lot of messages from my spiritual team. But like, at that moment, I feel like I had the clarity that I needed a little bit more. Although I was still struggling, like just being in the middle of the season of being in pivot, you know, but really just trying my hardest to like give it all to them and just know that everything is gonna be okay, and find time doing other things that actually feel me. So like, while I was doing that fast, I ran across Mel Robbins, and absolutely amazing. So I've been using her 5-4-3-2-1 method here and there. It's still been a struggle to get up out of bed. Not saying like her method is not working. Her method, when I actually use it, is working. But when I'm first waking up and I really don't want to get up, I don't say it. That's the problem. So just trying to get in a place of actually saying it a little bit more and stuff. But ran across her, and then I also have been watching her nighttime routine, and I plan on watching her morning routine and stuff, and just implementing some of those things into my life. I realized, like, for me, that I already feel like better when I'm able, in the morning time, I feel a lot better when I'm able to have a few moments to myself. So actually waking up early and getting some fresh air, sitting with my plants, journaling, like that type of stuff feels good to me. Meditating in the morning, like, feels good to me. And it's something that I know I've kind of gotten away from it, but I'm about to start back doing it and being a little bit more consistent. Now this week, I won't lie, like my routine has been a little bit off as far as like what time I've been trying to go to bed. I'm like a stay up all night, wake up late type person. That would be my ideal schedule, right? But that is not the way that certain people that are getting shit done moves about in life. So if I want to be one of those people that move about life and get shit done, then I gotta wake up a little early, especially being a single mom. Like, that is a struggle. I also, in this season of pivot, have been listening. listening more to what my body needs. So my body needs some fucking vegetables. So eating more vegetables with each meal is the goal. Does it always happen? No, but also starting off slow. Like starting off slow, realizing it's gonna take a little time. Something else that I wanted to add to the whole fasting thing is, for me, I feel like fasting is kind of taking intentional breaks too. Intentional breaks with yourself, and intentional breaks with yourself throughout the day that might not just be fasting or related to fasting, you know. Say when you feel your body becoming very overwhelmed, or your energy becoming very overwhelmed, taking an intentional break and like breathing through that moment. Also sitting with myself. I feel like all three of these things really tie into each other, because when you are fasting, like, yeah, you're connecting with a higher being and stuff too, if that's your purpose, but you're also having no choice but to sit with yourself, you know, to sit with yourself and focus on things that are actually good for you. And I feel like whether that's being in the word, journaling, you know, dancing, when you cut out certain foods, you're incorporating healthier foods, you know. I feel like all of that kind of ties in with each other. And it can be extremely beneficial when you're in a season of pivot, because you can think clearer, you can be more present, and you can actually hear the guidance that's being given to you. My next thing is honoring emotions. Now, y'all kind of saw me, if y'all watched my last video, then y'all kind of saw me like honoring my emotions that came up and really just breathing through them, because the truth is I was hella scared to post that video, to record that video, you know, like it was extremely a fearful moment for me. But even though I was feeling all of those emotions, like I sat there and I allowed myself the opportunity to cry, to breathe, to just have a moment of silence where I wasn't so focused on like the message. I was just focused on being the human. Like, yeah, I'm giving this message as a vessel, as a part of my purpose, but also I'm human and I have experienced this stuff, and I was having a rough day that day. And so just honoring myself and sitting with myself was what I needed. I also feel like that leads me into my next topic, which is taking action even when you're afraid. Now, this is something that I've struggled with, because for the last few years, I've known my purpose. Like, I came into my purpose and I knew exactly what I was supposed to do, but it's scary. It's scary to be seen and heard. Now hold up, because I know I said I wanted to be seen and heard like that, or that's the desires that I want, like out of relationships and stuff, and that's what I truly do want. And the things that you want the most are scary. Okay, so let me just clarify that the things that you want the most are scary, but to show up and have no choice but to be seen and heard, because I'm sharing stories, I'm sharing my life, I'm sharing what it is that God and my spirit team want me to share, that's scary. That is having faith and believing that in your vulnerable moments, or in this moment period, you're going to be supported, things are going to work out. Like, and the fact that you no longer have to be in this box, you no longer have to be in this cage, you no longer have to be restricted, you no longer have to be restricted to your past or to what other people viewed of you, or just the trauma that you experienced. Like, you can elevate. You are supposed to elevate. Change is the only thing that's constant, you know. We are always evolving. Taking action when you're scared is, oh my goodness. So I had a conversation with my daughter a while back, like when she was at the dentist. And I think I've shared this before, but she was at the dentist and she do not like being at the dentist. She does not like getting her teeth like cleaned and stuff. But eventually she does it, and she was having a hard time. Like, at first she didn't want to do it, of course, and then eventually she did it. And we had a conversation about like how that is being brave. Yes, you were scared, but you still did it, and you were brave, and that makes me proud of you. And I feel like this is I feel like when we do it, even though we're afraid, God and our spirit team is like, you did that shit. Like, I'm so proud of you. You're showing up for you, because that's who you're showing up for. Like, yeah, like when we walk in our purpose, like it's the community, but also we're building this connection with ourselves and showing ourselves like, I love you. I love you enough to do this for you. I love you enough to do this for the both of us. The next thing I want to talk about is music. I love music, period. So whenever I am in a mood to actually listen to music, like sometimes I'll play my radio station and I'm like, God, I'm like talking to my spirits and I'm like, let me hear what you want me to hear. What do I need to hear right now in this moment? Like, what is the message that you have for me the most? Typically, I get a song that tells me like what action I may take, or it tells me what I need to sit with, whatever, like that my intuition leads me to determine from that song. But today, for example, I was like cleaning up. I heard Kiana Leday's song called Show Up. Show Love. It's a part in there where she be like, keep showing up. I felt like it was like a message in there for me. And that was the part that was like playing in my head repeatedly or whatever. So I listened to it. It was telling me like, keep showing up. Like, I feel like it was saying, yeah, okay, I guess it's dead, so excuse the light change, but I feel like it was just telling me, you know, keep showing up. No matter how hard it is, keep showing up, you know. Even with my last video, like, it was hard, but like, I've kind of been even though I know what I'm supposed to do, right? Like I told y'all, I'm afraid. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, like, I am afraid, you know. Let me not say I'm afraid. Let me say I have struggled with showing up because of the fear. Yeah, I've struggled with showing up because of the fear that sometimes comes when I do, or when I'm about to, or when I'm thinking about it. Listen to Kiana Leday's song, and she's just talking about showing up. And this is something I truly do want. Like, I want to build a community. I want to share my journey because I know that it can help people. The stuff that I went through was not just for me to go through. Like, obviously, I feel like it was supposed to make me strong, along with other things. Let me say that, along with other things. I feel like the key thing is like showing me how strong I am, and also learning how to truly advocate for myself. But I also really feel like I'm supposed to share my story with the community, because there's so many other people that are going through or have went through similar things or the same thing. They might not know how to start or where to go or whatever the case may be. And so to be able to experience this stuff and actually be able to share it is actually a really big blessing at the same time. And so me showing up today and recording this video and even getting out the house, because a part of me was like, oh, I'd rather do what I was doing versus get up out of this house. But I'm gonna get up out of this house, and I ain't gonna do no makeup or just nothing. So here we are doing this makeup, and I'm gonna keep showing up. That's the one thing I love about music too. Like, music really speaks to you. A lot of the songs that we hear, or a lot of the songs, like, for me, music always pops in my head. Like, you can ask any of my friends, like, I'm always singing. Some song gonna pop up and I'm up in there singing, remixing it. And I just love that. Like, I love being clairaudient because of the downloads that I receive and like the messages that I receive. Even sometimes when I'm just like, okay, what does that mean? You know, like I just love the process of it. The next thing I want to talk about is dancing. So lately I've been dancing. Like, another song that's been in my head is like, dependable, dependable God. It doesn't matter what comes my way, you are still God. Hey, hey. Intentional, intentional God. That song has been in my head like every day, and it's been causing me to like just dance and like just remember who God is, remember who my spirit team is. Like, they never gonna leave me, they always gonna be with me. Like, even though this season is hard, even when you are in a season of pivot and it is hard, you got the support that you need. And just knowing that and feeling it at times is amazing. And I will say, because I'm very transparent, I don't always feel their presence, you know? Like, I know that they're here. I know that they surround me, but I don't always feel it in those tough times. But taking the time to remember, to breathe through it, and to actually be like, you know what? I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? Or praying or whatever I feel like I need to do in that moment, like, is needed. But dancing is such a great form of like releasal. Is that a word? Dancing is such a great form of releasing. Like, movement is just really good for your body, period. Like, being able to move out the blocked energy just helps you to shift. And I think it's also a reminder, like, when you feel like dancing, maybe the dancing is calling you to shift. Like, maybe the message is, when you feel like dancing, like, you need to shift in that moment. Like, whatever you were doing, like, maybe you need to pivot, maybe you need to shift into something else that feels a little bit better, you know? Because dancing, I feel like, make everybody feel better. Even if you can't dance, like, you might not like to dance in front of people, but if in your house, I bet you be jigging a little bit, you know. The next thing that I've been doing in this season of pivot is organizing my life and getting rid of things and people. Let me say, not getting rid of things, letting go of things and letting go of people. The extra stuff that I have in my house, going through clothes, going through books, going through just things that I use and I don't use, like going through all my household things and like getting rid of those things. Not everything, but just like things that I don't wear anymore, or things that I don't use, things that I never really liked, you know, like just taking the time to really like intentionally be present and like remove those things, because what do I need them for? I think it kind of like, it ties into being in the season of pivot, right? Everything, I know y'all have heard this before, but like, everything can't go with you. Releasing things and releasing people that aren't aligned with you or your values, that is now an empty space. More room for like the good things to come in, the new energy to come in, the pivot to actually be able to be a smoother, easier process, if that makes sense. My last thing is gonna be like a 2-for-1. So I want to talk about Jesus. Comes my way, likes to God. Hey Siri, play Dependable God.
Here's God by Doechii.
Girl.
And I wrote down, we must come.
It doesn't matter what comes my way, you are still God. Intentional God.
The last thing I want to talk about is intuition. And I want to wrap these into each other. So let me say intuition and surrendering. Intuition. In basic terms, intuition is a feeling that you feel guiding you along your path. Listening to it. We don't always listen to it, honey. If I would have listened to it. Well, we ain't even gonna say that. Let me just say, like, okay, listening to it. In this season of pivot, I am trying to listen to and honor my intuition more and surrender by taking the action necessary, or taking no action, because sometimes it's not always you need to take action. Sometimes it's you need to sit and go into hermit mode and just pause and reflect on some things. So actually listening is key. I feel like we all are intuitive. We all have intuition. Like, I tell all my friends this, because not all my friends are like spiritual like I am. And one of my close friends, London, she's always like, you my moon and the stars friend. I can be that. I am that. I love spiritual things. I feel like being intuitive is not just spiritual though. Like, I'm always telling my friends, you have intuition, like, tap into it. Basically, I feel like those things are going to help me right now in this process as I pivot to the new season of my life. And they are helping me currently, I feel like, too. And just even looking forward at like what I want to come is helping me as well. And so I just wanted to offer those things to y'all too. because I'm not the only one in the season of pivot. I know there are so many people that are in a true season of pivot towards greatness, towards abundance, towards love, towards whatever it is that God and your spirit team has called for you. That is it for this video. I appreciate you guys for coming in and having this little chit chat with me and allowing me to share what I am doing in this season of pivot. And I pray that your season of pivot comes with ease, comes with love, comes with abundance, comes with the reminder that you are not alone and you are always, always, always protected. You are always, always loved. You are always supported in everything that you desire and everything that you are going through. This is the final look. Thank you so much for coming on my channel, and if it's your first video, thank you so much for even clicking on the video. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you comment, like, subscribe, do it all, please. Until next time, which I'm being more consistent, so until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.